Hi, it's me again with laser tips and tricks, and this is part 2 about putting this lamp together. I thought it'd be a little bit more helpful if I discussed a couple of things. I said I put 5 layers of 1/8" wood. That might even be 6. I'm not sure, can't really remember. But anyway, this is the only critical part you need to measure. You're gonna need a pretty good pair of calipers and measure this distance from the outside to outside, because you're going to need to adjust this. And to adjust this, one, like in previous videos, you could test your cuts. And to test your cuts, you could put a line here, use the Smart Fill tool to fill that in, put that in your laser bed. I'm going to left click, right click, make sure it's a hairline, and it is. And then test that piece. You haven't changed this at all, so don't worry about it. Test that piece and make sure it fits in these slots. You could go ahead and cut out one of these because it didn't take that much time. You could, and I did it first. I took something like that and used the 2-point or the Smart Fill tool to fill in that little joint, and then cut this out, doing the same thing, left click, right click. And then you could put those two pieces and see if they fit. They want to be a little snug, but a little bit loose, because if they're too tight, you could sand them. At least the distance in between here, but not the actual joint itself. But what the really reason what I did, after you have 5 or 6 of these stacked up, let's just measure mine. And mine from the outside to the outside is 0.14. Let's say yours is not. Well, you can change that very easily by taking the shape tool, clicking on it. Well, you need to break the curve apart, go up to object or ungroup it, take your shape tool and put your nudge factor on whatever it's off, but you could do 0.02 and let's just do this. Take your shape tool, select all those nodes and use your down arrow key, and it moved it just that much. So you just need to figure that out. And then you could do another test to make sure. So I glued this piece together first before I cut out the lamp. So I knew my distance. And don't forget, use the indexing dowel so they'll line up. There's one of the dowels going all the way through. And that's well, let's just look at that. If we take these pictures out of the way, and let's put this in the center of the page, put this in the center of the page, you can see that my dowel holes line up. Let's put that in the center of the page, hitting P on the keyboard. So all your dowel holes are in the exact same spot. So then you can move these out of the way. And I must not have put that other one in the center of the page. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't have it grouped together. Sorry about that. So just select all this, hit Control G and group it, hit P, put it in the center of the page, grab all those, hit P, and you can see that your dowel holes line up. So these are more like spacers or washers that are going to space out the the parts that look like teeth. So this is a spacer, 5 or 6 of them. Glue that together. Don't have to put much pressure on it, just a little bit of glue. Put the glue on your dowels. And then if you have a vise, put it in a vise lightly and then wipe off your excess. I actually did that, and then I put a weight on it overnight to secure it in place. But once you have this piece, then you can start figuring out that joint. And then after you move it, just do the same thing and test that till it works. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you for watching.